Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. I have another amazing interview lined up for you guys today. And why I love doing these interviews so much is because you guys have been hearing me now for over 3 years, and it's so impactful when I can have someone else come in, share their story, show, and you can hear the ups and downs and the things that they've had to grow through in order to get to where they are right now. And Rania Jaghlit is no different than any other guest I've had on here. She's doing amazing things, and I can't wait for her to tell you everything that she has going on and how she's helping people today. So Rania, welcome to today's episode.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for the beautiful introduction.
Absolutely. So for my audience that is not familiar with you and what you do, why don't you share with the audience, how you do help people and what you focus on, but B, and most importantly, what was that pivotal moment for you, or the catalytic moment for you that has kind of set you down this path that you're now currently on?
Yes. So mainly right now, I'm helping people with empowering their mindset, because that was my problem for the past, or actually the first 40 years of my life. I had this mindset of just being very complacent and very conforming to what everyone is doing. And I was just fulfilling everybody's expectations of me, being the best student, the best daughter, the best college student, the best wife, the best mom, the best host. Everything was supposed to be perfect in my life. And I think the pivotal moment was when I asked myself, where is me out of all this? So I was just making everyone happy. Of course, I was happy and proud of what I'm doing, but I thought, this is just making or maybe achieving what they want through me. It's not what I wanted to do in life. I used to be a teacher. I taught for 12 years English language in the Middle East. And teaching was really a passion of mine, and I did it with pleasure. I always thought that the teachers are missing something sometimes. It's not about only just delivering information. It's the way you deliver it. It's your immediate connection with the child. It's basically making a child love you so they can love what you're teaching. And I didn't see all that in teachers around me. So when I was teaching, I started doing some workshops, reading books, summarizing these books, and trying to educate teachers around me, because I was responsible for 36 teachers. And these training people to pay attention to psychology during teaching, that opened my eyes into a passion of mine. So, and after moving to the States, it's been 8 years right now here in Florida. I'm almost finishing my master's degree in interdisciplinary studies, doing the 2 disciplines of education and psychology. My dream is coming true. And I thought this goes hand in hand with life coaching, and especially focusing on mindset. What is the mindset that you need to have in order to achieve your goals? And that's where it all boils down now to. I'm helping people achieve their goals, achieve higher levels of success. Even if they have achieved some success in their lives, now we want to aim higher, and always pay attention to not fulfill others' expectations, fulfill what that voice inside you that's talking to you.
You got to fill your cup before you're able to fill anybody else's cup. And I completely agree with that. So, a lot of things came up as you were sharing your story, but the first thing I wanted to ask you is, we're all educators in some way, shape, or form, whether you're coaching or you're teaching, as you did and you still are. What would you say is the greatest lesson that you learned from the kids that you taught over in the Middle East that you're now bringing into your coaching practice and the way that you're helping adults in maybe a similar way?
So I was able to see the greatness in each one of the kids that I taught. I had students in my class who just I think they came at just fresh from some countries who did not speak English to begin with, and they came and all the curriculum that we were teaching was in English, and they just worked hard, and in 2 months I saw miracles happening. And the persistence in a child is just teaching us a lot about how we have that in ourselves, and we just need to develop that. We forget, as we grow up, we forget the greatness, how great we are. And we have layers and layers of dealing with society, caring about what others say. But I learned a lot from the children I taught, and that was amazing.
And we're all adult children, when we think about it, we just kind of get lost in societal beliefs or just the overwhelm of everyday adult life. But it's important to smile, laugh, and have fun each and every day, just like all the kids around us are doing. Now, the other thing that came up is, you hear a lot of buzzwords in coaching, whether it's career coaching or life coaching, but mindset is one of those areas of coaching that is hard for people to wrap their arms around, because they're like, what do you mean a mindset coach? Do you help me think differently? So again, you were drawn into mindset coaching based off of the things that you had to overcome and you achieved, and you want to now pass that on to other people. What would you say is the biggest misconception about mindset coaching, comparatively speaking to what people think it may be with what they're seeing online and on the internet?
That's a beautiful question, actually, because I myself kind of had some hard time defining that, but it was really amazing to discover that throughout your life, you got to make decisions, right? And these decisions come from, a summary of your life is just involved in these decisions. So whether your environment, the upbringing, your schools, the people you interacted with in your life. So all that puts you in a different mindset, maybe that is not helping you reach your goals. So what a mindset is actually, I don't teach people what to think. I teach them how to think. So I'm not going to tell them what to do. I just want them to know how they are able to use their mind to their favor. Because for a lot of people, the mind is just dictating what to do. And as I said, it's also related to your history and to your past. And it's taking us sometimes to negative places because of the way we used to think, or we are used, or we're accustomed to think. So in mindset, I introduce people to tools of thinking. We sometimes get to ignore all these gifts that God gave us. And we think it's only, just looking at what's happening and making a decision. I need to go back to who I want to be. I need to go back to that figure of that self, that best self that I want to show up in the world. And based from that place, I need to make my decisions. I cannot make my decisions based on where I am right now or the results I'm having. I want to pay attention to who I want to be and where do I want to take myself. And that's part of the mindset. I had to make decisions, big decisions in my life, and I needed to borrow someone else's mindset. And that was really hard. And that was eye-opening for me. I was maybe that soft girl who is trying to just please everyone. And I had to make a big decision in my life. And I looked at one ideal person who I admire a lot, and I borrowed their mindset. I borrowed their self-image. I borrowed the way they think, and that empowered me to make my big decision. So that's what I help people do. And I hope I just made made it a bit more clear to people?
Yeah, it's not comparing yourself to other people, and it's not, I like how you use that analogy of using someone else, as inspiration, or we call that mirroring and matching, or even modeling yourself after someone that you really admire. So what do you feel with the things that you've had to grow through and overcome? What would you say was the most challenging thing for you that you had to overcome, and the decisions that you had to make, that has given you kind of like that armor that you show up with every single day to not fall back into those people pleasing mentalities, which, I'm a recovering people pleaser as well. I was a doormat for a lot of my life, and I realized that there's power in being respected rather than just wanting to be liked. And when you're respected, you're also liked. But if you try to just have everyone like you, you're really diminishing your own self-worth. So what do you feel was the biggest challenge or hurdle that you've had to personally overcome?
Well, in addition to that pleasing mentality that I had to really overcome, my biggest challenge was to find myself. Like, okay, I don't want to conform to what people want from me and what they are expecting from me. But then there was a challenge of like, who is that me and what do I want to do, right? And it took me a while, and it took me a lot of I went through an inner journey where I had to ask myself these questions. I had to look at my strengths and weaknesses, at my passion, my desires. How do I spend my day? Like thinking of what are my thoughts? And because my thoughts will lead to my feelings, and that will help me find my passion, right? So I asked myself these questions, and it was not an easy journey, but once once you put your first step, it's just very fulfilling. It's amazing to live authentically, to live your purpose, to exactly do what you're meant to do, because there's only one of you, and only you can fulfill that part in your life and in everyone else's life.
So with what you see out there, as far as, mindset coaching, but just general mindset with individuals, what would you say? I don't want to, not misconception wise, but what do you think is the biggest mindset struggle that most people deal with on a regular basis?
I would say everyone has these thoughts of, I'm not good enough. I'm not enough for my dream. I cannot dream big dreams. I cannot look at a brighter future because of my current circumstances. So if we just overcome this one big limiting belief that we impose on ourselves, I think we're just in an excellent place. I would like to take this opportunity to talk maybe about women in general have more of this challenge for them to prove themselves. And maybe especially, I'm coming from the Middle East, and we have this notion of a woman cannot express herself, she cannot be herself. And I know women all over the world feel the same, but we have an extra layer of that to overcome. So I'd like to help people in that specific area as well.
So what's your message to those women that do, struggle in that area, whether they're from the Middle East or not? They're, just as you mentioned, yes, there is this societal belief that people have to be certain ways, and there is unnecessary pressures and stigmas put on women. What's your message to those individuals that are listening to this that are struggling in some way, shape, or form with their mindset?
I would say my biggest message is that you were created with greatness, for greatness, to show greatness. So live that greatness. Don't hide it. Don't just limit yourself to what you are doing right now. Aim big, aim high. You're full of potential. Don't let people or what's going on in the world, or even the daily circumstances that you go through, Don't let it dictate your daily life. Make it big. You can dream big. You can achieve a lot. Even if you're, people sometimes misunderstand and think that I'm talking about like creating businesses or building, a bigger life. You can be big in any area wherever you are right now. It doesn't have to be a business or a company or buildings. Find that greatness inside you and build on that. And this is what God wants from you. God wants you to show up as your best self, as the best service that you can provide to your society and to the environment and people around you.
The simple thing I always tell people is that no one wakes up and says, hey, I want to live a mediocre life. Everybody wants to live the best life possible, whatever that best life looks like to them. And that looks different for each person. But what I know that's helped myself and it's helped my wife, individually and together, is shaping, the thoughts that flow between the 6 inches between our ears. Your headspace is either going to help you or it's either going to hurt you. And you have control over your thoughts. You have control over your beliefs. You have control over your emotions. Those are all choices. And it all comes back to mindset. How are you going to work through those things? And I was saying to a friend yesterday, I've been through a lot of ups and downs. I've had to work through a lot of things, and they never go away completely. They're always there. But when you really understand the power of your mindset, you're able to work through those situations that may arise much differently of where you are now, comparatively speaking, to where you once before. You can navigate through it. You can come back. You can come out on the other side much better, stronger, but also acknowledging you're not suppressing any of those feelings. You're not stuffing anything down where it's going to build, and then blow up in either your face or someone else's face. And you're actually able to kind of lean into all of that. So I know that you have something amazing coming up this coming Monday, actually. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about the workshop that you have coming up, who it's best for to serve, and how they can find out more information about how they can join.
Beautiful. So we're beginning 2022 and everyone is talking about resolutions and goal achieving and goal setting and all this language is everywhere on the social media. So I thought maybe introducing a new mindset to do all that, because every year, people put, and set goals, and many of them are not achieved by the end of the year. So the way to do it is to have the empowered mindset to set your goals and achieve them. So I'm putting together a 5-day free masterclass that's starting on January the 24th till the 28th, and it's called 2022 Mindset Reset. And it actually focuses on all these areas that you need to empower in your mindset. We talk about awareness, we talk about perception, we talk about belief, about making decisions, and all these important steps that you need when you're achieving your goals. And I would like to just comment on something that you said, Scott. So you said nobody wakes up thinking that I want to live a mediocre life and everyone wants to live their best. Actually, here I would like to talk about that issue, because we sometimes forget. Sometimes we're so busy in our daily life that, we wake up, we just want to send our kids to school, go home or work from home, come back, for us moms or dads, cook, look at the mail, fold laundry, whatever it is. And then you hit the bed, and then where's your dream in all that? So this is where I kind of help people wake up, to just stop and give themselves just 30 minutes a day to just look at deep inside. What do they want to do? How can they improve their life? And how can they, stop being on this default mode of just doing things? How about we start planning for things? That's the trick here. So I wanted to add that. And I would like to invite everyone to sign up for the masterclass. It's going to be very interactive. You're going to walk away with a lot of steps that you can implement right away, the same day after every teaching. So please, I don't know how you can share the link. everyone is welcome to join us there.
Yeah, I'll include the link in the description of the episode so people can just click right through that and sign up. And I highly encourage all of you to do so. If you're that person that's listening to this that is struggling with that mindset and you want to reset that mindset so you can live a more fulfilling and abundant life, then absolutely take action and sign up. So Rania, final question before we end to today's episode. What does success truly mean to you?
Success is when you feel that you were sent to earth to show up and serve and be your best self and enjoy every minute of your life. So this is success to me. It's living that authentic life that you only are meant to live. And this is where I'm starting now to live a successful life and a fulfilling life. This is what I would love to see in all and every people and every person I help to achieve success, to be what they want to be, and to explore what that is about, because this has a lot of layers in them.
I'm completely with you. Nancy and I, really wake up each day, grateful for the life that we've created, but also with the notion of how can we help someone today with their goals and their dreams so they can start living their fulfilled life as well. So Rania, thank you again so much for being here today. For everyone that is listening again, the link to sign up for the Mindset Reset workshop will be in the description of this episode and the email that's always sent out. So I highly, highly encourage you to sign up. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll talk to you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you everyone for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.